Daro.
Oswald Boateng is British?
Yeah, Ghanaian British. I'd like to call him
nice.
that.
Interesting. What's it with global hospitality giants and their interest in Ghana?
Our economy is growing.
Wow, nice. Great. And you know, we've been talking about the fact that freight charges on cocoa has been slashed. Well, today we're hearing that the producer price of cocoa has been maintained at 7,600 cedis per metric ton. That's effective today, October 1st. Now, the decision to retain the price is to cushion farmers against losses incurred from the declining cocoa prices. Here's Charles Ayite's report.
The timing for the announcement of cocoa producer price was concurrent with Ivory Coast, a move expected to change smuggling between both countries. Minister for Agri, Dr. Afriya Akotose, who addressed the cocoa farmers, explained the move to maintain prices was to cushion farmers against losses incurred from declining cocoa prices.
I now have the distinct honor to announce the opening of the 2018-2019 cocoa season, which starts from Friday, the 5th of October 2018. The government, in consultation with stakeholders, has decided to maintain the producer price of cocoa at 7,600 cedis per ton for the 2018-2019 cocoa season. This figure translates into 475 cedis per bag of 64 kilogram gross weight. I would like to urge all LBCs to ensure that farmers are paid at the time of the sale of their produce at the actual price of 475 Ghana cedis per bag of 64 kilograms gross weight.
Chief Executive of Cocoa Board, Joseph Boahen Edu, re-emphasized the need for cocoa farmers to adapt new planting and disease control methods to improve production.
With the hand pollination, now a tree is giving us 897 pods. Just one tree. And that is where we are taking Ghana cocoa to. We want to make cocoa farming very attractive and appealing to everybody. Other trees on the farm and other farms around Mr. Jamre's cocoa farm have registered between 200 and 250 pods per tree. Is it not amazing? My conviction is that if cocoa farmers across the country would adhere to good agronomic practices,
the maintenance of the producer price of cocoa to about 7,600 cedis per ton has attracted some concerns by cocoa farmers who say the maintenance of this price could incur some sense of losses to them. They just want a reprieve from government and, of course, a relook into the figures. But so far as the world and even Ghana celebrates the 2018 Cocoa Day, there's also been the need for much more patronage of cocoa products here in the country. Meanwhile, the world's leading producer of cocoa, Ivory Coast, raised the guaranteed price it pays farmers to $1.34 per kilogram for the 2018-2019 main crop season.
Now, as part of plans to appreciate business partners and customers, Ecobank Ghana has unveiled a new product dubbed Care and Convenience. The product seeks to improve the bank's customer service delivery across all platforms. The Ecobank Care and Convenience program is centered on meeting the needs of customers within the shortest possible time through innovative means. According to the Chief Executive, Dan Saki, the launch of the program is a commitment that the bank is ready to serve and respond to the needs of customers so they get what they ask for in a convenient way.
What we give today with this launch is the commitment that our people are ready to serve you, our people are ready to respond to your needs, our people are ready to receive your complaints and to handle them so that you can get the convenience that you've always asked for and be able to lead your life as and when you want. What we have learned today is care and convenience whenever and wherever. Your ability to transact with the bank when you want, wherever you are, and to have that convenience you want, when you want it and wherever you want it.
Ecobank, with this new product, hopes to assure clients that it is undergoing system upgrades on a daily basis as part of measures to ensure the best services are provided to customers. The launch of the program on Monday brought together some loyal customers of the bank to share their customer service experience. According to the chief executive, the introduction of innovative products and services has added to the many initiatives it promised customers across the nation.
The convenience campaign for EcoBank is centered on being able to provide our customers with timely service and products. What we believe is that if you walk to an ATM to withdraw funds, you should be able to do that very quickly. For that to work, our system should be up and running 24/7. What we believe is that if you want to make a payment in a shop, you should be able to make that payment very quickly and walk away. For that to happen, our system should be up and running. What we believe also is that if you have a complaint, you should be able to reach our contact center very quickly, and we should be able to respond to you very quickly.
The bank has assured that it is working to improve its services across the nation. Now, non-bank financial institution Bond Savings and Loans says it welcomes the central bank's resolve to sanitize the sector. Chief executive of the company spoke to Joy Business at the 29th National Marketing Performance Awards, which saw his outfit emerge CIMG Savings and Loans Company of the Year.
Some financial experts are impressing upon government to draw some lessons from the aftermath of a regulatory action it took against some struggling banks. In its recent Monetary Policy Committee's meeting, the Bank of Ghana says a few savings and loans firms have shown signs of insolvency and will have to be liquidated, just as happened with the banks. But according to these financial experts, though the regulator seeks to implement measures to stabilize the sector's segment of a financial market, there is a need to streamline the action to prevent any mishaps as seen in the banking sector. Chief Executive of Bond Savings and Loans Company, George Ofosuhene, is one of such advocates. He tells Joy Business his outfit is in the position to meet any regulatory requirement.
I think that the regulator is very much on top of what is going on. The regulator understands clearly what needs to be done to ensure that the system is sanitized. I think that there is some level of pain and discomfort, but at the end of the day, people will appreciate what is going on because we'll have a much stronger industry, and everybody who operates in the industry will have the comfort of being able to operate the way it's expected. The regulator knows very well what it's doing, and I don't think that there will be any problem with the industry. There are people who are thinking that this can actually spell doom for the entire industry. It is not going to be. We actually are going to pull through this and will become a much better industry that will help the economy of the country.
Mr. Ofosuhene spoke at the latest National Marketing Performance Awards, which saw his outfit emerge CIMG Savings and Loans Company of the Year, with the company's commercial jingle, Be Bold campaign, as outdoor advert of the year. He says the company is leveraging the achievement to increase its offerings.
Bond is actually focusing a lot of attention on technology. Technology is what drives banking business these days. We've invested a lot of money into technology. We are actually focusing on ensuring that we bring a certain level of comfort to the companies and the individuals that deal with us. We want to take banking to the people, to their doorstep. And they're going to see a lot of innovative products coming from us that make sure that you don't have to get up from wherever you work to come to us to do business. You can do business from the comfort of your home, from the comfort of your office, or from wherever you are. That is our focus.
The 29th CIMG Awards ceremony was on a theme, Marketing, a Catalyst for Driving Ghana Beyond Aid. Bismarck Awusa's report for Joy Business.
You're watching Business Live. Cyber attacks are on the increase. Ahead, we have a conversation around how you can protect yourself and your business. Stay with us.
We are back, and this is Business Live. And cyber attacks are on the increase and have become more sophisticated these days. Only last week, over 50 million Facebook accounts were hacked into. And if you're in Ghana, you may have heard the term Sakawa, but that's just one dimension of cyber crimes. Today, government launched a month campaign this October on cybersecurity awareness. But how important is that? Listen to Communications Minister Esla Owusu-Ekufu talk about how cyber attacks have threatened both individuals and businesses in Ghana.
I have received dozens of complaints from persons who have been defrauded through mobile money scams. We have records of cases in which SMEs have collapsed because hackers intercepted their financial transactions through emails and they lost their entire capital. The identities of many members of parliament and ministers have been cloned through fake accounts used to defraud unsuspecting citizens online. Their identities also being cloned. Fake news is spreading like wildfire on social media networks, and that also poses a security threat. We will have to monitor social media too.
All right, so we'll be having a discussion on this very topic. But before we do that, let's take a look at the financial crimes that were committed in 2017, and then we'll come back for the discussion. I've been joined in the studio by Kobe Sparky Nkrumah. That's how I like to call him, who is our tech guru in-house here, and to do more discussion on this topic. Kobe, thanks so much for joining me.
Thank you.
So obviously, from what the minister said, the most prevalent in Ghana is what we know as Sakawa. But how does that work? Sakawa itself, how does it work?
Okay, so in the hacking terms, we actually call that kind of attack a social engineering attack.
Right.
So they don't actually use, let's say, like a software to break into your bank account and then steal money, but they use you as the attack. So you are the weapon without knowing it. So the person calls you and sounds convincing, and they ask you to do
what
something.
we see mostly with the mobile money fraud.
Exactly, with the mobile money scams, where they send you a message and then they tell you, oh, I've sent you some money, blah, 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 or they try to coax you into sending them your PIN, and then they withdraw money from your account. So that's basically the kind of attacks that we face in these parts of the world a lot. And from the statistics that you saw, that there was a lot of money being lost. Most of these monies are not being lost from attacks that are stealing the money from the account. They are lost from, say, when businesses go offline. So take, for instance, if a bank's website is defaced and people are unable to do transactions online, that's money being lost. If they shut down, let's say, their databases and they lose data, and they have to go and invest in data recovery, that's money being lost.
Okay, so it's not physical money?
Not always.
Okay.
It could also be resources, it could be time. I mean, time is money. So when you lose time as a business, you have lost a lot of money. I
see. It looks as though Swedro is becoming a big hub for Sakawa in Ghana. Why is that the case?
Swedro was what we used to call the pen pal hub. They used to do this pen pal thing where they used to write letters to people, foreigners, and then they send them gifts. And that's what has upgraded into what we now term as Sakawa. And it's become sort of like a quote-unquote a trade, because they learn it, they study it. People go and get taught, and then they practice, and then they make money. So then they also pass the knowledge on and on and on and on.
Obviously, it is policy direction and framework that would definitely have to deal with these crime issues, which obviously you're not the right person to talk to. But again, companies also have this policy of bring your own device to work. How does that pose a threat to companies? So I bring my own laptop, and companies who have sensitive information and data, how does that pose a threat, and how do we overcome that challenge?
So that is a serious problem. For instance, if I'm sitting here and I have a computer that's infected and I bring it to the office, if a worm, that's like a sort of malware, sort of software that's installed on your computer by a hacker that reads your information, is infected, my computer is infected by a worm like that, what happens is that if I receive an email, whoever is spying on me can get that information. You can record my screen and see whatever I'm doing, record my keystrokes. So there's something we call a keylogger. If you type in your password, the hacker gets it.
So in this case, what role do these companies have to play when it comes to dealing with
BYODs,
bringing your own device to work?
So the policies have to be in such a way that the computers that are brought in are kept very secure.
Okay.
And before they leave the company or before they leave the premises, it sort of is flushed.
Okay.
So in-office documents don't make it to your house, and when you come in, the space in which you work should be like sandboxed.
Right.
So there's no way anything outside of the network or your department can get into it.
All right. Thank you so much, Kobe. It's always a pleasure having you on Business Live, and we've been talking about cyber attack issues.